Hello and welcome to all of you in another Minitab session. And in this session we will learn some of the options inside the display descriptive statistics. So we will learn how to find descriptive statistics for different variables and as well as how to make a graphical summary and how to interpret these results. And then we will say how to make a table of qualitative variables as well as the cross tabulations. And finally we will see two very useful options here inside the data menu, that is to stack your data as well as to unstack your columns. And let me explain again that I am using the same data file which I have used for creating graphs in Minitab in my previous video. So this is the same data file which I have used earlier, and I have already given you the link of this data file. I will again paste the link of this data file inside the description of this video, so you can again download this data file for further analysis. And after the import of data, let us just explore the descriptive statistics option right here in the stat. Go to basic stat and then descriptive statistics. Inside descriptive statistics you need to specify the variable in the upper tab, for which variable you want to see the descriptive statistics. For instance, here in this case we are looking for the descriptive statistics of age. So select that variable for which you want to see the descriptive statistics, and right here in the statistics option you can select which statistics is required. Here for example, you need just the arithmetic mean, standard deviation, minimum value, maximum, or even the sum if needed. And these are the total number of values, n total. N missing means how many values are missing in that variable. Age, n non-missing. There are many descriptive statistics options, for example skewness and the median, for instance. So let us go for it. Click, and here is the descriptive statistics for age. If we are going to describe it just a little bit, it means that total count are 315. N means that non-missing value 315. There is no missing value in the data, so 0. Average age for all the respondents in this data file is 50.146, whereas the standard deviation is 14.57. The minimum age is 19, median age is 48, and the maximum age is 83. Skewness is 0.3, so there is a mild positive skewness in the age variable. Well, going back to the descriptive statistics again, we can explore age with respect to the sex of the individual. If we just put the sex in by variable and click OK, now the descriptive statistics for age has been displayed with respect to males and females separately. So here you can see two lines, one line for male and one line for female. Remember, this is the descriptive statistics of age in both lines. Female, there are 273 females having average age of 48, whereas there are 42 males having average age of 60.55. And similarly the other statistics for the age variable. If you look at the last column here, skewness, for female data is slightly positively skewed, whereas the male data for age is negatively skewed. Just go back to the stat, basic stat, descriptive statistics, we may opt more than one variable. For example, you need to see the descriptive statistics for age as well as for fat at the same time, fat consumed per day. So, and even you can add three variables, the number of calories consumed, and you want to see this descriptive statistics for these three variables with respect to their sex. Click OK. Just concentrate on the output. First of all, it is the descriptive statistics for age, fat and calories. The descriptive statistics for age is given separately for females and males. Similarly, the descriptive stat for fat is given separately for male and female, and the calories for male and female separately. For example, let us just describe it. How can you interpret these results? For fat, for instance, for fat, there are 273 females in the data, and the average fat consumption for female is 74.44 per day, whereas for male it is 93.89. Similarly, average number of calories per day consumed by male is 2156, whereas the average for female is 1741. So here is the descriptive statistics with respect to any qualitative variable. So without even doing the subset of your data, you can calculate the descriptive statistics of any variable with respect to the given qualitative variable. Well, you can just go there and change this variable sex with the vitamin used, and just see the difference between results. Here is the descriptive statistics of age with respect to the variable, qualitative variable vitamin use. So for the case of calories, those who did not use any vitamin, there are, let us just expand this window. So those individuals who did not use any vitamin are 111, and similarly who use vitamin occasionally are 82, who use it regularly are 122. These are the numbers basically in the data file, and these are the averages. So those who use it occasionally have an average calories intake of 1814.7, whereas those who did not use any vitamin are using on average 1782.7 calories. This is how you can interpret your descriptive statistics. Finally, in the basic stat, descriptive stat, you can also store your descriptive statistics. Store means it will not show you the results in the session window, rather it will store it in your data file, in your worksheet. Sometimes you need to extract information from data and store it in the data file for further analysis. This option is very useful in that case. For example, you need to store the descriptive statistics of age in the file. So everything is selected. Just press OK. Just see what is happening. There is no result in session window. Look, there is no result in session window. If you scroll down your worksheet, here is the descriptive statistics for age which have been saved in your worksheet. So right here under stat, basic stat, descriptive statistics, if you want to take it in session window, and store descriptive statistics if you want to store it in your worksheet. Similarly, the third option is graphical summary, that you need a summary of a quantitative variable, for example age. Just remove the vitamin use from here just to see what it does basically. You need a summary of age statistics. For the time being, just bear with it, confidence level. We will explain it in further lectures when we do testing of hypothesis. For the time being, just assume it as 95% or 95.0, just write it over. Okay, for age, just click OK. Well, it's a graphical summary. It gives you three graphs. Number one, the histogram with the curve. Number two, the box plot. And number three, the 95% confidence interval. And just this confidence interval, I will explain it during my lectures on testing of hypothesis. Whereas histogram and box plot, I have already done a video on it. So coming back to the descriptive statistics, here is all the descriptive about the age. For example, the mean of the age variable is 3.146, the standard deviation, the variance, the skewness, the kurtosis, and so on, the quartile. So this is how you can extract a graphical summary of data. Just stat, basic stat, and graphical summary of any variable. For example, you want it for the variable cholesterol, and you want it separately for male and female also. Just go for it. You'll get two graphs, one for male, the histogram, the box plot, the confidence interval. This is for male. Look, the n is 42 because there are 42 males in your data. Second graph, well, it is for female. There are 273 females. So separately for male and female, the summary of variable cholesterol. So far we have covered three topics in under stat. Basic stat, displaying the descriptive statistics, storing it inside your worksheet, and the graphical summary. Okay, in this data file you have sex is a qualitative variable, vitamin use is another qualitative variable, smoking status, that is also a qualitative variable. So you can make tables. Go to stat, tables, tally individual variables. For example, look, just input the variable first. For example, smoke variable. What you need for it? Counts. I mean to say that if the smoke contains two categories, no and yes, count will count the no and yes numbers for you. Percents, cumulative counts, cumulative percent, and at the end, whether you want to store the results inside your worksheet or you just want to see it in session window. If you click here, it will store your results in worksheet. Otherwise, it will show you on the session window. Look, in session window, it has given you the tally mark of smoke. 272 did not smoke, whereas 43 does. And similarly, going to the last editing, if you just click here, it will not show you the results here, rather it will store your results in your worksheet, and now you can use it for further analysis from here on. So this was very useful command of storing your results inside the worksheet or just getting them in the session window. It is up to your choice. Now go to tables again, and if you have two qualitative variables, you can make a cross tabulation of it. Here, cross tabulation, you have two options: raw data, categorical variable, or summarized data. You have raw data. This has not been summarized yet. So raw data, and then, for example, I need to have the sex variable in rows and the vitamin use variable in columns. And for this cross tabulation, I need counts as well as the row percentage, and just click OK to get the result. Okay, let us just maximize the session window to see the table thoroughly. Just focus on this table. It has male and females in the rows, whereas the vitamin use category is no, occasional, and regular in the columns. Just focus on the first row for female. There are 87 females who did not use vitamin. whereas 77 females who use it occasionally and 109 female who use it regularly. Whereas from males, there are 5 male who use it occasionally and there are 13 males who use it regularly. Going back to the percentages, since I have opted the option of row percentages, out of total 273 females, 31.87 did not use any vitamin, whereas 28.21% use it occasionally and 39.93% use it regularly. If I'm going to sum these three percentages, it will be equal to the 100. And similarly for the male. So this is very useful to make a cross tabulation, and at the last let us just enter few data here so that you get the better understanding of it. For example, in your class the male students got this much of marks, whereas there are females who got this marks. So in this small data which I have just entered now, there are 4 males and 6 females. Just look at the data, male and female are in separate columns and I just want to stack them in the one column. How can I do that? Go to data, and right under the data there is the option of stack column, because your data is in 2 columns, males and females, and you want to stack them in one column. Okay, here you need to specify stack the following columns. You need to go here, you want to stack males and females data, and also you need to stack it here. Use variable names in subscript columns of current worksheet. I mean to say that there is an option of stacking your data and saving it in another worksheet, and or if you want to save in the same worksheet, click here, column of current worksheet, in which column you want to save. For example, I just need to stack my data in column C25. Store subscript in. It means that whether you want to save males and females also, yes, in which column. For example, you need to save it in C24. So what will it do? It will put the data of your marks in C25 and it will write males and females in C24. Use variable names also. Okay, look what it has done. For male, there are 4 values, 45, 47, 48 and 52. It has placed all those 4 values for male first and then all those 6 values for female here. So it has basically stacked your data. You can write a variable name here as well as the marks. So this is how you can stack your data from different columns to one column. Well, you can similarly unstack your data from one column to different columns. Let us unstack your data. Go to data, unstack columns. For example, you need the age data in your data sheet and you want to unstack it with respect to, for example, vitamin use. For all 3 vitamin use type, you need age data separately. So unstack the data in age using subscript vitamin use, and you want to save it after the last column. just press OK and come here. Age with vitamin with no use of vitamin, age with occasional use of vitamin, age with regular use of vitamin. Similarly, you can also have the data of age with respect to the variable sex. If you do this, look, you have the data of age for female, age for male. If you just scroll it down, just maximize this window, scroll this data down, just focus on the C29 and C30. C30 is the data of ages for male, C90 is the data of ages for female. Just focus on C90, C29 and C30. The column number 30 ends at 42 since you have 42 males in your data. Whereas column of female, age female, it goes down and down up to 273. You have 273 females in your data. So basically these two options of stacking and unstacking your data are quite useful in data manipulation. Thank you very much. That's the end of this session.